Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, it's the In Wheel Time car show, your weekly go-to all things automotive place. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars, King Konrad DeLong, Jeff Zekin in the corner where he belongs. Yep. Don Armstrong here. So glad that you could join us on this. Well, it's a beautiful Saturday here in Houston, Texas.
Beautiful?
Beautiful. It's Burek. Burek beautiful. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Bugle.
And Moose Bugle.
Moose Bugle with the chrome.
No, I'm sure that there's a name for whatever it is, that sound that the moose makes.
I know on elk they call it bugling.
Well, the bugle is actually
How
number
would you
2.
know? Have you
Because I've got friends who've killed elk.
killed elk?
Well, you go hunting elk.
Yeah, because if you don't kill it, it's going to kill
man,
you.
They are mean.
They're angry.
They are mean.
Cadillac was number 1, Buick was number 2, and who was number 3?
In what?
The ranking in General Motors back in the day? Oldsmobile. Close third.
We're not going to go there because Oldsmobile was the number 1 car seller for 10 years in a row.
Not
Back in the Cutlass days?
70s and 80s.
Yeah, the Cutlass.
No, that was 70s, 80s back, but we were talking that.
The logo.
Oh, get over it.
Get over it, yeah.
Okay.
We got a guest.
All right. We do have a guest, and we are proud.
Wow.
Here, you want to start over? Let's just see that.
From the 8 o'clock hour.
From the 8 o'clock hour.
We're not even drinking yet.
You're not. I am.
I should be.
Yeah. And somebody that's not, we're glad to say, is Dillon Fenley, and he's the owner of the King Krunch Monster Truck. And he's talking to us today from Mayhem Monster Truck Show in Lufkin, Texas. And Dillon, it's good to see you, my friend. Your beard's looking good.
I try.
Yeah. Well, I guess you're talking to us on your cell phone. Is that what it is?
Yeah. I'm not too up on this technology stuff, so I'll try to wing it, and we'll try to get through it.
All right. Well, apparently you're up on the wheel on that monster truck. How do you get in a monster truck?
Carefully.
I'm actually right by mine right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's got this kind of space up under here where you kind of climb. You just put your feet and you crawl up on in, and you're able to get up in here. Climb
on up in there. Yeah. Are you gonna give us a little tour of the inside of that thing? I've never seen the inside of a monster truck. Get up on in there. We'd love to see that.
Let me climb up in here.
Yeah.
So, and the body's all fiberglass, correct?
Yep, fully fiberglass. This particular body's a 82 square body.
Okay.
So this is my personal truck that I drive normally.
So I'm looking at the steering wheel that seems to be hanging below the steering column.
Steering wheel comes off, of course, so when we flip or whatever, we can take it off. It just goes on, quick connect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gauges, of course.
Wait a minute. There's only 3 gauges there. I assume that there's no miles per hour on there. What are the gauges?
You just got your water temp for the motor, oil pressure, and then voltage, which I never hardly look at any of them, So
as long as it's running and you got your foot in it, it's good to go.
Exactly. But full containment seats from Butler seats. It's just full NASCAR style seats. It's kind of tight in here, so I can't really zoom out.
That's okay.
Full containment seats, 7-way harness belts, from Simpson and everything like that. They strap you in pretty good. But full containment around your head and everything. You squeeze your head in here.
So
from bouncing around.
Do you guys use the Hans device as well?
Yep. Yes, sir. Hans, there's a couple different other ones, but yeah, hybrid is what I actually run, but same family,
Have you ever rolled this truck?
Actually, I've been pretty good in this one. I've only rolled it twice.
Yeah.
Only twice, yeah.
And you're not trying to roll the thing, obviously, because, it costs you lots of money when you roll it, right?
Oh, yeah, a couple thousand every time normally.
Yeah.
I noticed you had a camera or something.
It costs money, just running it and then not really breaking nothing, but.
Jeff said he noticed a camera in there. Do you have a camera in there?
Or a screen of some sort to the right?
Right here. Yeah, that's how I turn it on.
Oh, that's how you started.
Oh.
Yeah, hang on. They turn the main power off. Cody, turn the power on in the back.
Got to flip the switch outside to turn it on inside, huh? And
Yeah, so there's a switch outside. So if we flip when they run over to us or whatever, they can flip it off and turn that all power to the truck off.
Oh, okay. So it's a safety thing, yeah.
Yep, exactly.
and you run an alcohol injected blown motor, is that correct?
Yep, this particular motor's a 585 big block Chevy. But yeah, so he flipped it. So
It looks
So
like
it's
he's
all
in an arena.
yep, yeah, we're in Lufkin right now at the Angelina Expo.
And so, what have you got a show there tonight?
Yes, sir. Yep,
Yeah.
show tonight. We do a pit party so kiddos can get autographs and pictures and stuff for the trucks, and everything like that. And then shows at 7:30. So it's not too bad.
How many trucks are there?
There's 5 here.
Okay.
5 trucks, okay.
I bet you it's pretty loud inside when you guys light them up, even one at a time.
Most of these trucks have like exhaust or like mufflers and stuff. There's a truck right over there, the white one. He's got full zoomies. So there ain't no muffler, no nothing. It is loud. It hurts my ears.
Yeah.
But anyway, you got your power turns on. My truck's the only one that runs a computer like this, just because it's newer technology. This is a newer truck, but you just turn your fuel on, and then you would just start it. And then everything else, your water, lights, whatever else you want. You can go to your dash when I'm running. I don't know if it's probably too bright, but
No, we can see it.
We can see it now. Yeah.
Nice.
oil pressure, RPMs, and stuff like that. Which so it's just kind of digital, newer technology style.
So is that data that you're looking at on screen when the truck's running, is that also transmitted to somebody in the pit area, or is it all just self-contained on the truck?
You can run EFI. There's a couple of guys running EFI from the trucks now. But yeah, I mean, you definitely can. You can plug it in and see the data, see what it's doing and stuff like that. I don't have it. I'm not that particular. I don't get that technical with it or anything. So
Once you set the tune, just drive it, right?
yeah, well, all of ours, like our injection hats and stuff like that, are all by fuel.
Right.
So once we go up north, like Oregon, Nebraska, stuff like that, we'll just swap out a peel. And then it's just like the amount of fuel that goes through, your injection hat and stuff like that.
All altitude, somewhat altitude based, but you don't have to fine tune the engine for ambient air quality today like you would at an NHRA event where the alcohol cars are running, where they've got to make those adjustments just based on the track itself.
We're not that technical. It's one of those things that, I've ran up north and just left the bill. It's kind of sluggish or whatever, but one show I forgot to do it, and how I got through it, and I still think I won. So,
So what do you estimate the output of your engine to be?
this one's probably about 1650, maybe 1600 horsepower.
And how many shows will you get out of that motor?
It goes by kind of hours. Let me turn all this off. Let me hop out.
All right, we'll wait for you to hop out. Yeah, I got lots of questions too.
I got one too. Yeah.
We're all kind of lined up, ready with the microphone to ask you everything that you probably have heard 1,000 times, but I know nothing about these things.
We're like a bunch of 7-year-old boys.
Pretty much.
Man, that's a cool truck.
Or girls.
I run hour meters on here, so
So how many hours do you get on a motor?
normally about 40. You want to take it out.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's
So
a
I've
lot. If you
I've
think
got
if you
five-
so at a show like you've got tonight, what will you run it? Probably 30 minutes?
No, actual run time, you're
Ye-
probably talking 10 minutes.
Okay.
10 minutes. So you only do one run?
No, you do several runs. You do wheelies, stuff like that, but you're only out there like two minutes at a time,
I got you.
Okay.
Okay.
You do intros. That's maybe like 2 laps. You shut off. You do wheelies. That's 2 hits, so it's not like a lot of time. Not like you're sitting out there just running and running and running.
Yeah.
So
Well-
yeah. So the engine, I run a different injection hat than really anybody. It's supposed to be like a big horsepower injection. Me and there's another driver. Actually, he's the world champ right now in racing, so he runs it. It's supposed to be for bigger motors, bigger power, but 871 blower from Littlefield. Some pretty cool valve covers.
Yeah, we noticed that. How
Yep.
that engine? Have you ever blown one up? I mean, how much does an engine cost?
This one I got last year, so this one's fairly new, obviously with the hours. It was, just to rebuild it, it was like 17, I think it was.
17,000, yeah.
Who built the truck?
A new one, all top to bottom, injection hat, everything. You're probably 34ish.
$34,000.
Yeah, it's not a great deal.
Did you build the truck, or did you have help with it, or someone else?
So this one I built. Actually, both of mine I built.
Is there a builder like a Jerry Haas that builds these chassis?
Oh yeah, there's several of them, and several people build you one and stuff like that. But crazy exhaust.
Oh yeah,
See
no
that.
kidding.
Had a kid freaking make these. These things are pretty loud, but they're pretty neat. Some more coatings on them from IA Coatings there in Houston.
How fun!
Yeah, they do all the kind of designs and stuff like that.
When
you know,
stuff
for me.
when stuff breaks on the chassis, what typically breaks?
Shoot, man, there's all kinds of stuff. Shocks, you'll break a Heim down here if you hit a hard hit. These are the axles. So these are like the knuckles right here. You got a champagne. If that breaks, it takes everything else with it. The champagne itself's $400, but it's going to take $3,000 or $4,000 with it.
So basically, it breaks your bank account.
Yeah. So 26-inch travel, inch shocks on the front, 30-inch travel on the rear.
And tell me about the tires now. Clearly, somebody makes tires that are like that, or did you actually put the tread on there yourself?
Nope, these are actually built for monster trucks. Actually, a friend of mine, Brandon, in New Orleans, he got with a company in China. He designed these over 10 years ago. Not too bad. They're kind of slick. They don't have much groove on them. It's only 3/4 an inch maybe.
Yeah.
These are built just for monster trucks. Over here on Nitro Menace, these are Goodyears. Goodyears, and you can cut and groove them, however you want. As you can see, different pattern. The problem is Goodyear quit making them in like 89.
Oh wow.
Well,
Yeah,
at the 89, you mean the tires last that long, or do they retread them?
No, they'll last.
Oh, okay. I have no clue, man. So I know I'm asking stupid questions.
You're good. I mean, we punch holes in them and stuff like that, and then we'll patch them. See how this tire's totally grooved different than his other one.
Right.
It's all end grooved.
Now, do you use beadlock wheels on there, or are they just free?
He does not. I don't. I think Tim has it on his truck. Let me go over here.
So the evolution of the monster truck over the early days of Bigfoot back in the 70s really has been more like the evolution of the NASCAR profile, because back in the early days, weren't a lot of them were kind of built around a tank chassis?
Yeah.
And now you guys are lightweight, chrome moly frames,
It's definitely changed. We've actually probably gotten heavier just because we jump bigger now, And this is Tim's truck, Twisted Addiction. He has full bead locks, all the way around. He runs Goodyears too. As you can see, they're cut even different from Darren's truck. He runs coilovers on his truck, So everybody's got their own little setup and how they run their trucks and stuff.
But you talk about these guys by first name, so y'all pretty well know each other, and don't mind sharing secrets, I guess.
Oh no, actually, I just went. This is my other truck here, Nitro Hornet. I just went and stole some parts out of Tim's trailer. And,
We won't tell him.
everybody's family here, and he just, of course, he told me to take whatever I want, and that's kind of how we all are,
And all of them have a rear steer functionality?
Yep. Every truck has rear steer. See, this is a different style tire. This is a Ukraine tire that the country of Ukraine used to make that they don't even make anymore. And I have beadlocks on this truck.
I want to ask you a little bit more about the steering. Can you control the actual rear steer on it? You can either turn it on or off or adjust it.
Yep. So you got a self-center. It brings it back, self-centered and everything like that.
And this is why you're running in competition, correct?
Yeah, exactly. So actually, I should have showed you that when I was in the truck, but
that's okay.
Actually a toggle. It's a handle with a toggle.
Yeah.
And then you'll have another one in front. So you kind of got to do this motion, and then you're getting banged around and you're shifting, and that's a lot going.
I was just you're busy in there. It's not as if you're just running the steering wheel.
Oh no, you're correcting with the front steering wheel. You're driving. You only drive with one hand. Your left hand's on the steering wheel. Your right one's on the rear steer, and shifting.
So how do you eat the hamburger at the same time?
Exactly. Here, put your makeup on.
Yeah. What do you do with the beer?
Yeah. No. But I want to ask you how is your vertebrae? I mean, with those jumps, that's got to be a huge jar to you sitting in that seat.
It is. That's actually why I'm not driving this weekend. I'm having some issues on my back right now, actually. So,
how do we get Don in there?
No, I'm good. Thank you very much.
Well, your back problem is relatively common in your industry, isn't it?
Actually, yeah. I was just talking to Darren, the owner of that Nitro Menace, and he has a collapsed disc. The white truck, Tim. I was talking to him last weekend. He has 4 discs infused and wired together and everything. And because we were having that discussion if I were to have surgery, if I could drive again or whatever. And he's like, "Well, heck yeah." He said, "My back's all wired together and everything."
And so, through time, have people not really tried to develop a driving position where it's less stress on your back? I know that years ago there was somebody actually stood up inside their truck. Is that correct?
Yep, Frank's committee. He tried that years ago.
Apparently, it didn't work.
My phone's already almost dead for the day. So I came in the office to charge it. Sorry.
That's all right. Well, we're almost done with you anyway. But so, what are you looking forward to tonight? How many runs are you going to make in the show?
How many what?
Runs. How many times are you going to run through?
Yeah, we start off. We're all. I'm gonna get here. Sorry, not light. We're very family based. We try. Our ticket prices are very reasonable for family. There's a bigger company, like that comes to Houston and stuff like that does like the big, NRG Stadium and stuff. But their tickets $65 a person. Yeah, there's more trucks. Yeah, this and that, but $65 a ticket. That's what, $20 to park at NRG. Pit party, they charge $15 a person, and it just, say a family of 4, they're spending $450, $500.
Wow.
And it's hard,
Yeah.
So here at Mayhem Monster Trucks, we try to focus on a family of 4 spending $150. That includes tickets, getting food, and 2 merch items for like the kiddos. So we can order.
That's cool.
That's actually
I
very
assume
reasonable.
that you're going to sell out tonight, huh?
No, we won't sell out. This arena is actually pretty big. It holds 6,000.
Oh, okay.
We won't get close to that here in Lufkin, we'll fairly, hopefully have about 1,500, maybe 2,000 people.
Well, that's significant.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And so where do you head next week after this show this weekend?
Next week, my trucks go to San Antonio. I have a show I'm putting on in Moulton, Alabama. So I'll be going to that. Me and my show coordinator, and we're going to take my ride truck. So we'll go up there and run that show and handle all that. And I'm sending my trucks to San Antonio.
So you own the trucks, you drive the trucks, and you're also a promoter.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we need to get back in touch with you again because we want to talk to you more about this and maybe have a competitor there with you and hear you two guys go back and forth. But it's great to talk to you, Dillon. We thank you so much for joining us today. It's the Mayhem Monster Truck Show, and I guess you can find that circuit online, correct?
Yeah, tickets for tonight's left in monstertrucks.com, but the actual tour and everything like that's mayhemmonstertrucks.com,
Mayhem Monster. Okay.
Yeah, I think we got like 10 shows planned for this year, kind of all over the country, some Texas,
Well, I guarantee you we're cheering for the King Krunch Monster Truck. You got our support.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me on.
Thank you very much, and it's great to talk to you. And by the way, I want to thank all of our viewers and our listeners. We'd love to hear from you, and if you ever want to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. Time now for Konrad's Car Clinic. What are we going to talk about today?
Going to talk about octane and fuel.
Octane, let's do it.
And the reason, people think, all the various grades of fuel that are out there, you've got regular, mid-grade, premium grade. Everybody thinks that premium is necessarily better than regular unleaded. It's just not necessarily true in most cases. Some fuel manufacturers do put more detergents in their premium fuel. You look at Shell and they have all these detergents that are in their V-Power, but other gasolines, to put a gasoline on the market, it has to have a certain amount of deposit cleaning agents in the fuel itself by law. And, whether it's in the base fuel, the mid-grade, or in the premium. And when you look at your price difference of all of these fuels right now, you're talking, years ago, the base fuel to the premium fuel might have been 30 cents a gallon. Now you're talking about $1 a gallon difference from 87 octane to 93 octane. So the value of putting 93 octane in your vehicle, if it's not required, isn't worth spending that extra money.
Yeah,
so
you got to look at that.
What is the actual cleaner they put in? I mean, what is it?
Well,
Just another chemical?
Yeah, it's a chemical. It's nitrogen based. It's either a polybutanamine or a polyetheramine that they use in it to add that cleaning. Now, Chevron and their Techron product is a polyetheramine. But those octane numbers, what does it really mean? Octane, all it does is control the speed at which the flame happens on top of the piston. So it controls octane. The higher the octane rating, controls spark knock.
So a quicker ignition process.
A more controlled ignition process. Quicker can be a problem because
the combustion of the fuel, not necessarily the electronics.
Well, yeah, but you want to make sure you can control how that happens, because if you've got some carbon buildup inside the combustion chamber and it sits there and it glows red and you spray the fuel in, that could theoretically ignite the fuel, and then you get basically two flame fronts on top of the piston.
So premature detonation.
That's what causes the pre-ignition, spark knock, detonation. The British called it pinking or premature, whatever you want to call it. Detonation.
You're going with that.
But there's no need for you to use a premium fuel if your vehicle doesn't designate it. You can look in the owner's manual to figure out what it requires. And if 87 octane is all it requires, just run 87 octane. The value of going to those higher priced fuels doesn't give you a return on that investment in the short run or even in the long run.
I do run premium in the Corvette.
Well, but if you're in the Corvette, may actually call for premium.
It does.
Yeah.
But I don't. In the cars that I get, the press cars that I get, I don't run premium when they called for it, and the car goes down the road just fine.
And it will.
And it will, because the computer in the car is going to compensate for the premature detonation problems that can happen. Because the spark knock, the detonation that happens, the computer sees that and starts retarding the ignition timing and adding fuel. So when that happens, all of a sudden the power, performance, and economy falls off of the vehicle because you're running a lower octane fuel.
You got spark knock or run on, whatever you call that. I remember that back in the 70s. What's that cause? Is that timing?
The run-on is because when the fuel gets in the combustion chamber, there's a carbon chunk in there, or a compression is igniting the fuel. So that run-on, you can turn the ignition system off, and it'll continue to chugga.
They don't find too many cars that do that.
No. Computers take care of that. But
mainly because the fuel is shut off from the fuel injection system. Run-on was typically in a carburetor, as long as you're drawing air through a carburetor.
Pulling it through there.
Pulling fuel through.
So one of the questions, and I have the same question real quick. If the car has been setting up for a while, is there any value? Used to we go put some premium fuel in it to up the octane because the car's been set up for, let's say, a month?
No.
You need to go get an additive?
Yeah, well, I work for BG
Well,
Products.
no, but the question was specifically, should they put an additive in?
Is this going to go on for a long time?
Well, we could make it.
You putting an additive in is going to help clean those carbon buildups that happen in the inside the engine.
Who knows how to read a clock? Does anybody?
It's 55. You told me I had to shut up at 20. That was 35 minutes ago.
I told you 2 minutes ago to shut up now. How was that?
Oh,
I missed it.
I missed
Apparently
it.
you did.
But anyhow, so don't run premium fuel if you don't need to. It's a waste of money. Run 44K instead. You're up, Don.
No, just go ahead.
I got to be at dinner at 5 o'clock, all right?
Well, I was going to do news headlines, but we don't have time for that. But I'm going to tell you a couple of things that are going on to set your calendars and your clocks for April the 3rd, Houston Motorsports Park. It's the first race of the season out there. We know that you'll want to go to that. I know I will. And tickets are on sale now for the Mopar Express Lane NHRA Spring Nationals presented by Pennzoil out at Houston Raceway Park. And that's going to be May 21st through the 23rd. Buy your tickets today. Be there or be square. All right, we've got more of the In Wheel Time Car Show right after a very quick break. Stay with us.
Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, March 20th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free, and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods, all at one location. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off at a friends and family event at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupi founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, March 20th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy. The In Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Get your ride ready and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise in, March 20th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy, weather permitting. Is your business or company looking to stand out in a crowded advertising market? Looking to reach the real auto enthusiast? You found it. You're listening or watching In Wheel Time, and so are your fellow enthusiasts. The In Wheel Time Car Show now reaches 500,000, and we can put together a marketing plan that will engage them in your product, business, or service. To get the tires rolling, just shoot us an email to our marketing director, Jeff Zekin. His address is jeff@inwheeltime.com. If you're in charge of your company's small, medium, or large business anywhere in the U.S., let the On Hold Company help you retain customers and promote your business on your telephone system. Promote special sales or company info when placed on hold. The On Hold Company provides custom on-hold messages with professional male or female voices, licensed background music with no long-term contract, no monthly recurring bill, and updates your messages as needed. Call the On Hold Company at 713-223-HOLD or go to onhold.net.
Well, you know what that means. That's it for this episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. Hey, when you're on Facebook, please give us a like. Tell your friends about us and share our junk, if you will, please. We like for it to be shared. All giving and all knowing.
Worldwide.
You'll get Konrad's unicorn hunting features along with all things automotive all week long. The In Wheel Time Car Show streams on Facebook, YouTube, and on InWheelTime.com. Podcasts are available on Pandora, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeart Podcast, Google Podcast, and Podcast Addict, to name just a few. Special thanks to all of our guests today. Great bunch. The In Wheel Time Chief Engineer is the fabulous David Ainsley. Our video sales and marketing man is Jeffrey Zekin. This week's In Real Time Car Show is produced and directed by Milk Drop Mo. For booking agent and podcast man Mike Out of This World Mars and his royalty, King Konrad DeLong, I'm Don Armstrong saying so long for now. And we hope you'll join us again for our next live show next Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time, right here on the Smoke and Mirrors Network. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.